let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like, yeah. In the field like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah. In the field like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, yeah. In the field like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, no. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Yeah, I been so my frustration. I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the New Orleans Saints. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Saints take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready, 95, 56. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous. Chill. Let's break it down, fellas. Break it down. Sammy. Shoot.
58, come on.
On first down, Breeze. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Get wide. Mike 5'9", Hey, Mike 7.
Now Breeze. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will be taken at the 13. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bears take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check. Fresno.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Kill. Check. Move. Lock it.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
180. Watch your front. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Red, go.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Light up. 180. Hey, alert. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
First down, a run with Cohen. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Cohen. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Red, 55. Alert.
They go play action with Trubisky. It's his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
First carry now for David Montgomery. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Taken down, back at his own 7, below Nichols. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Switch. 58, boys, 58, Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 11. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Get him. Hey, Foxtrot.
Here's Breeze. And Breeze is going to go down in the end zone, a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of. But so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And not a blitz there, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Looking deep for Gabriel. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and that'll bring up second down.
Ready? Yellow lady. That's easy. Opposite. Check. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, Alpha.
To throw, it's Breeze. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Tight dog. 5-1. Hey, team six. Over. Stop your body. Watch the ship. Ready, check.
Throwing now is Breeze. He sets to fire deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. Thomas, the intended target.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Spot. Alert. Whip. Watch the whip. Hey, bomb.
They begin the drive on the ground with Cole, and they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run. This is Cohen. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Blue.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, 85 yards. As the Bears push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Ready. Yellow lady.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report.
Echo. Clock.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Breeze looking here for Smith. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time, they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A huge play there for Chicago. 43 yards. And you hear it all the time, but that's one of the dangers of the blitz. You get past that first wave, nobody else is there.
And when teams blitz, what they're trying to do is make you lose your poise, lose your timing and your tempo. But when you hold it together, you can really hurt them the other way, getting past that first wave.
Alert.
On 1st down, Trubisky. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. As the Bears push further out in front. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
95-56. Oh, you got deep? Check 3. 5-9. Hey, Charlie. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down.